today's video, we are going over this SummerSlam 2026 Night 1 and Night 2 predictions for every single match that has been announced for the card. So, if you guys are new to the channel, please just drop a big thumbs up down below and hit the subscribe button to the channel, really help the channel grow. And also, feel free to leave your predictions for the show down in the comments below. Anyway, let's hop into today's video and let's start off with Night 1. Where we got Fatal Influence versus the Bella Twins and Paige in a 6-woman tag team match. Now, I want to say Fatal Influence. Because I think Fatal Influence deserves to have their SummerSlam debut in a win. I truly believe that they should win their SummerSlam debut match, right? I truly believe that. And I think Paige could take the pin, and that would make Nikki and Brie turn on Paige, and then we get like a little feud going on or something like that. But I don't think so. I don't believe that's going to happen because I don't think WWE is going to give the heels the win. I think WWE is going to give the Bella Twins and Paige the win against Fatal Influence. And if they were going to turn the Bella Twins heel, if they even are considering that, it'd probably be on like a Raw or like a SmackDown. Because, I don't know, I don't feel like WWE would have the guts, the cojones, to turn the Bella Twins heel on the very first match of SummerSlam. So, I don't know. I just don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to go with the Bella Twins and Paige for the win. Because I just don't trust they're going to do it. Don't trust they're going to do it with Fatal Influence. Next up, we got the Usos and Jake Batu taking on Team LA Knight with Solo Sikoa and Royce Keys. Now, we got the Bloodline with the Usos and Jake Batu taking on LA Knight and Royce Keys for Solo Sikoa. Now, let's just take a look. Royce Keys debuted at the Royal Rumble, was off TV for a couple of months, re-debuted, won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and has been appearing on TV doing some stuff, right? LA Knight kind of just been on TV doing stuff, mostly with the Usos, and then mostly in the Bloodline storyline. Solo Sikoa just left the MFTs, and right now people are realizing that the gimmick that he's been doing for over almost 2 years at this point, the gimmick he's been doing for 2 years, people are finally realizing that it's funny and he's charismatic, even though he's been doing the gimmick for about 2 years at this point. Because it all basically started with, well, I got tickets. You remember that? If you don't, that's basically when it started, when he took over the Bloodline from Roman. That's basically when this thing started. And apparently people were saying, oh, Solo's not that funny. And now apparently they say he's the most charismatic Uso brother. I don't know what they're on about, but, I mean, I've been saying that for almost 2 years at this point. I've been saying that Solo has one of the best character gimmicks, for 2 years. You guys are just blind, apparently. And then we got the Usos. They've been really grinding. They've been with Roman. Same thing with Jake Batu. He's been basically with Roman for a lot of this year. So, yeah. And I want LA Knight and his team to win. But here's the thing. I think Solo is going to turn on his team, Samoa and Spike them, and join the Bloodline, which I don't want, because I think Solo is going to do fine without the Bloodline, just based off the fact he's related to the Bloodline. And he is also very funny, and the crowd is starting to get behind him, which probably means WWE doesn't want that to happen, because, you know, WWE doesn't like stars that get over by themselves. WWE likes manufacturing stars that eventually get over. even if they get booed for years and years and years. Roman Reigns, John Cena. But, you know, it's fine. I'm going to have to go with the Usos and the Fatu because I believe that Solo's going to turn and cost his team. And, LA Knight on Raw is going to lose his absolute mind. So, yeah, I'm going to give the team to the Bloodline with Solo turning. Next up, we got Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Now, for some reason, couldn't tell you why, that this might be one of the best built feuds to SummerSlam. And it's weird because one of these people are not even a full-time wrestler anymore. One of them has been a general manager for the better half of 3 years. Nick Aldis has not wrestled a match in about 3 years. Gunther has retired 3 legends. And this man, Nick Aldis, is just tired and sick and tired of the crap that this man Gunther's been doing on SmackDown since, January? Or something like that? Or no, it wasn't January, April or May, whatever. However long Gunther's been on SmackDown, however long Nick Aldis has put up with Gunther's crap, and he finally snapped, cost Gunther a bunch of these opportunities, and now we're finally getting Nick Aldis versus Gunther. And by the way, if you didn't see the Nick Aldis CVV interview, go watch it. This man was very emotional. Nick Aldis didn't want to let anyone down. He doesn't want to let anyone down. This man was literally crying with tears on the CVV episode today. So yeah, this man Nick Aldis is putting his time, blood, sweat, and tears into this match. But let's be honest, Gunther should not be losing to a guy who hasn't wrestled in 3 years and a guy who was a SmackDown general manager. Let's be honest. Come on, Gunther, a full-time wrestler, compared to a guy who's been a general manager for the 3 years on SmackDown, should not be losing to a wrestler who retired 3 legends and wrestles to a week-to-week basis. So, Gunther has to win this match. And it wouldn't even be a loss for Nick Aldis, to be honest. It's just a W that Nick Aldis is getting in the ring, and hopefully he puts on a good performance. That's really what a W for Nick Aldis is, not actually winning the match. A W for Nick Aldis is him actually having a good performance in the match. So, even if he loses, a W in reality for Nick Aldis is that he just has a good performance and shows the WWE audience who has never seen him wrestle before that he could go, and he's actually a great performer. And if Gunther loses, well, then people are going to make fun of him because he lost to a guy who hasn't wrestled in 3 years and a guy who has been the general manager of SmackDown for about 3 years. So, that's not great. And, I mean, people are already saying that Gunther has been booked terribly since December. Because, he hasn't really done anything since, retiring arguably the greatest professional wrestler ever. But we aren't getting into that. But Gunther needs this win. Next up, we got Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. And how WWE has been booked Liv Morgan's World Championship reign needs to be studied. It genuinely needs to be studied. This is Liv Morgan's first championship defense since winning the title. That's crazy. Rhea Ripley, who's been off of TV for almost 2 months, has had more championship defenses than Liv Morgan. Hell, Roman Reigns has more championship defenses than Liv Morgan. And people are complaining about Roman Reigns not having enough championship defenses. That is crazy. I don't understand how WWE fumbled this championship ring. I genuinely don't. Now, I will admit there is a big problem with the Raw Women's division. There's not enough women in the lead in the main World Championship scene. There isn't enough women. I'm just gonna be honest. Now, I think how to fix that problem is probably take some rookies from, SmackDown, or some women from SmackDown, and move them to Raw. Also, whenever Becky Lynch gets back, where's Becky Lynch, by the way? Put her in the World Championship division, and we also need to take some women from SmackDown to put them in here, because right now, the only person I can truly think about that should be contendering, or should be in contention for the Women's World Championship is probably Io Sky and Io Sky. Io Sky should not be the only one. Io Sky should not be the only person in the World Championship scene. She shouldn't. Well, I mean, Stephanie Valkyrie, I think is in there. But she's been off TV since about WrestleMania. Now, I don't know what WWE's plan was for this Liv Morgan World Championship run. It clearly wasn't. It was nothing. WWE's plan for Liv Morgan Championship run clearly was nothing. Because I can't tell you why they haven't done anything with her. Couldn't tell you. Literally couldn't tell you. Because Liv Morgan is a very talented person. She can wrestle. And it's not like she's been injured since WrestleMania. She was healthy from WrestleMania till now, so she could have had championship defenses in between the PLEs, between WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Now, my thinking process about this is that WWE's plan for Liv Morgan was her to continue feuding with Stephanie Valkyrie, but Stephanie Valkyrie got injured, so they decided to dump it. Which doesn't still explain why they didn't pivot to a different storyline for Liv Morgan. Still doesn't explain that. And I'm gonna give WWE the benefit of a doubt that when Liv Morgan retains this championship, that they're going to actually do something after SummerSlam and make her storylines interesting, and at least get through 2 more championship defenses before she loses it. My prediction's Liv Morgan, because I'm going to give WWE the benefit of the doubt, even though I know I shouldn't, because this company has, for the last 2 years, since 2025, has been absolutely awful at booking anything they do. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to book Liv Morgan's championship reign after SummerSlam correctly. And since there's Money in the Bank coming up, I better see a Liv Morgan championship defense at Money in the Bank. Hell, even Roman Reigns is going to have a championship defense at Money in the Bank, or at least have a match or appearance at Money in the Bank. I better not see Liv Morgan in one of those qualifiers for Money in the Bank with her Women's World Championship. I better not see that shit happening. I'm telling you that right now. Liv Morgan winning. And I'm sorry, Io. I love Io. I love you, Io. But we need at least a little more championship in storylines with Liv Morgan. We need it. Next up, we got Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the WWE Undisputed Championship. I'm biased. Just gonna say that right now. I'm the most biased person in this entire prediction. This is the most biased thing for me, because I'm the biggest Cody Rhodes fan of all time. Cody Rhodes is the greatest professional wrestler to ever lift a pair of boots up. He is my GOAT. So I better see Cody Rhodes become a four-time WWE champion. And don't even get me started with this with CM Punk. CM Punk, CM Punk, when are you gonna spill the beans that you're? You know what? I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna ruin it. Cody Rhodes better win WWE, or I'm storming the WWE headquarters and telling Triple H to his face that he's booking Cody Rhodes like dog poop right now, and that he needs to book Cody Rhodes better. Give him 10 more WWE Championship reigns. He's the greatest professional wrestler to ever lift a pair of boots up, and he's the face of this company, and he's the reason why WWE is still making a little bit of money. Cody Rhodes better win, Triple H, or else I'm shaving your head. I'm shaving your entire head, eyebrows, and beard, and then you would look like a naked mole rat. Cody Rhodes better win. Next up, we got Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell. Now, this match, this has been the best feud of all 2026. At the Slammy Awards, this will win Best Feud. This feud will go down as one of the... will go in the Hall of Fame. You know how WWE does the Hall of Fame, the best feuds in the Hall of Fame now? They do those moments where, you know, that trip that they did 2025 where they did the head of, you know, Steve Austin and Bret Hart. This is where this feud is going, in the Hall of Fame. After Obafemi retires, this feud's definitely going into the Hall of Fame in WWE, because for some reason, the Rookie is having the best feud in all of WWE in 2026. I don't know how that's possible, but here we are. And it's clear to me that Obafemi is the face of WWE, is the future face of WWE, because they gave this man King of the Ring, and then immediately took the opportunity to have him use the King of the Ring. They're statting this man's legacy out already. They gave him the King of the Ring, and he's not even using the King of the Ring yet. That's crazy. That's because I think they're going to give him the Rumble in 2027. I think they're going to give him the Rumble, and they're going to give him the King of the Ring and the Rumble. That's what I'm predicting. And then they're going to give him a World Championship at WrestleMania. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm genuinely thinking that's what they're going to do. They're statting this man Obafemi's, like, awards and history and legacy already out. They're pulling that Brock Lesnar type move on this man. But Obafemi should be winning this match, because, you know, it would be kind of... there's no reason. Obafemi needs to win this match. I'm saying this is the last match of their feud. They're tied 1-1. Brock won at Clash. Oba wins, won at WrestleMania. Oba wins at SummerSlam in Brock's hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Brock Lesnar needs to lose this match, because Oba should win this feud. I'm just saying, Oba needs to win this feud. That's all I'm saying. Next up, we go into night 2 of WWE SummerSlam, where we got Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn for the #1 contendership match at for the WWE Championship. And I'm just gonna be honest, I'm surprised these two made the card, especially Finn Balor. I'm not surprised the real golden boy of WWE, Sami Zayn here. You know, the real golden boy, and don't you dare say Cody Rhodes is the golden boy. He has to earn and scratch everything. This man, Sami Zayn, just gets handed everything. Well, such a loser. You know how much of a loser you have to be to cry about defending your championship and then losing your title in a championship defense? You know how much of a loser you have to cry about that? Cody Rhodes would never cry about losing his title in a championship match that he agreed to. You were such a loser, Sami Zayn, crying because you lost your title. And immediately get a #1 contendership match at SummerSlam. Such a crybaby loser. Skin alive, Sammy. Bro, you're such the golden boy. Oh my god. Take your mouth off of Triple H's cojones. And also, while you were at that too, remove his dick from your mouth as well. Because I see that you're the golden boy. You're Triple H's favorite little pet. Yeah, you're Triple H's favorite little pet. Disrespectful. God. So Finn Balor, you better win this match. You know what? I know Finn Balor's not going to win this match. It's going to be the Golden Boy Sami Zayn winning this match, huh? That's my prediction. Golden Boy Sami Zayn winning this match. Next up, we got Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin for the United States Championship. And Baron Corbin, how you made it to the SummerSlam card, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But you're not winning. You're not winning. Yeah, Trick Williams is retaining his United States Championship. That's really all I have to say about this. It should be Melo versus Trick, but we aren't going to get into that. So, Corbin. By the way, Corbin, after, you lose this match at SummerSlam, I expect you to go back to where you were when you were a part of WWE before you returned. Catering. Next, we got Penta versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, Chad Gable should win this match. You know what I'm saying? Chad Gable should win this match because the story is perfect. The Intercontinental Championship is the reason why he went all bad guy. Right? Penta's the reason why he went to Mexico and became El Grande Americano. It makes this stories too perfect. That's why Chad Gable's not winning. That's why Chad Gable's not winning. But no, I'm joking. I'm gonna go with Chad Gable because story's too perfect. Minnesota. And if Chad Gable's not winning this match here, he's never winning the title. I'm convinced. He's never winning a singles title. We have to pull the trigger here, WWE. We have to do it right now, right here. The story is way entirely too perfect. We need it to happen now. Okay? So please, WWE, pull the trigger on Chad Gable, give him the IC title, and move Penta to the World Championship division. I said it. Next up, we got Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio for the Money is on a Pole match. Danhausen is the most unstoppable force in all of WWE right now. So I don't know why Dominic Mysterio thinks he's gonna win this match. Also, the last time Danhausen feuded with someone, it was The Miz and Kit Wilson, and we haven't seen them since. I'm pretty sure Danhausen killed them. So, Dom, if I was suggesting some stuff to do, I would suggest you to don't come to Minnesota. Just forfeit the match. Run away as far as possible away from Danhausen, because I would not want to be cursed if I were you. And I also wouldn't want to be kidnapped and possibly murdered by Danhausen, the most unstoppable, powerful man in all of WWE right now. Run, Dom. Run! Next, we got the interim Women's Championship ladder match with Charlotte, Chelsea, Tiffany, and Jade. Charlotte Flair's winning this. I want Chelsea Green to win, but it's going to be Charlotte Flair. It's going to be Charlotte. It's going to be Charlotte Flair. Because Charlotte Flair is going to win the match. As everyone likes to say, everything that comes in life, death, taxes, and Charlotte Flair winning a championship. So, I wish it was Chelsea Green because she deserves it. But Michael Hayes will never let that happen. So it's going to go to Charlotte Flair. And it better not go to Jade Cargill or Tiffany Stratton. Because first off, last Jade Cargill championship reign was absolute doggy. Tiffany Stratton, kind of alright. She already has a championship, so does she really need to have another? Does she need to have Tiffy 2? Does she need to be Tiffy 2 belts? So Charlotte, congratulations on this next women's championship. And hopefully you and Rhea Ripley, when she comes back, has a great match. Next up, we got Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, these two men have lots of history together. Started in WWE together. And have had a bunch of matches, and Roman Reigns cannot beat Seth Rollins when it really, really matters. And of course, recently, as you've seen, Seth Rollins has always gotten the upper hand of Roman Reigns. Because of Roman Reigns' obsession with Seth Rollins and hitting him with a chair. Because, that's how Seth Rollins killed the Shield. Hit Roman Reigns straight in the back with the chair. And ever since then, Roman Reigns just keeps on trying to get his revenge, Roman Reigns hit the chair on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40. Which made him lose the WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes. Royal Rumble 2022, he lost to Seth Rollins because he wanted to basically kill Seth Rollins. He wouldn't let go of the guillotine. And now, on the last episode of Monday Night Raw, this man Roman Reigns went outside, grabbed a steel chair, tried to hit it on Seth Rollins, and instead his face ate the chair instead. So I don't think Roman Reigns can get Seth Rollins out of his head, which means Roman Reigns is winning. Roman Reigns is winning because, well, Seth Rollins got the upper hand last Raw, and it just fits the story that Roman Reigns finally conquers the guy he's never been able to beat when it matters. Seth Rollins. Also, I say that because WWE recently released his schedule for the next couple of months. And the next shows he will be at. But he's supposed to be at Money in the Bank, which either means two things. He's defending the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. He's going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Or he's going to have another glaze off with Zion Williamson. Which I don't think those two are happening. So WWE, you might have wanted to wait until you released the Roman Reigns thing. But I guess not. So I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. Also, I think The Rocks might return. And start building that WrestleMania 43 Saudi Arabia feud. I'm just saying. Anyway, those were my predictions for SummerSlam 2026, both nights. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Anyway, be first, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!